Kia ora, folks. My name is Daniel, and I'm a mathematician. I've recorded a series of videos, probably about 200 in number, covering basic mathematics right up until university level mathematics. These videos are designed to help school students and university students improve their math skills. The three main groups I'm aiming at are the following. School students, basically years 11, 12, and 13. So that's NCEA level 1, 2, 3, and scholarship. And then at a higher level, university students who need help with some of their courses that they're doing in New Zealand. I've started up my own tutoring company. If you want to check out my videos, go to this website here. In fact, why don't I just flash up my website for you as a bit of free advertising. Hop on Google and put in Daniel's Maths Tuition New Zealand. You should come to this screen here. And then if you pop on the online videos link, all my videos are listed on this particular page. If you join Daniel's Maths Tuition, you'll get free access to all of them, but I've made the first few of them available to view for absolutely everybody. Okay, then what kind of areas do I cover? Well, here are an exhaustive list of topics as of the start of 2024. I'm going to build on these further. I've grouped them together into various subcategories, namely the following. The slightly red-coloured videos are all about NCEA Level 1 maths. The yellow ones are Level 2. Then we have 4 different topics at Level 3. And then those of you who are doing either the International Baccalaureate or the Cambridge level exams, you'll also want access to these videos down here. Last of all, if you're at university, these videos will be very helpful to you, particularly if you're studying engineering or science or mathematics, or even nursing, for example. All of these videos are out there, they're free, and they're designed to help you guys. Now, bear in mind a couple of things. Part of these videos were recorded when I was teaching university courses, in fact, during lockdown. So I was quite inexperienced at the start. I didn't have any editing facilities, so you might find them a bit rough and ready. I tried to make as few mistakes as possible, but inevitably you're going to get the odd mistake that creeps in. So just be aware of that. Just as a disclaimer, these videos are not a substitute for your school or university course. If you are stuck, your first port of call is either your school teacher or your university lecturer. They are the people responsible for your education. These videos are complimentary offerings from me. And if you sign up to my tutoring company, you'll obviously get some face-to-face contact with me as well. Second thing I want to flag for you is I am not a robot. I am a human being. I do make the odd mistake in my videos. Hopefully I've caught them all, but I'm sure I've missed some. If I have made a mistake, your feedback is very, very welcome. But just bear in mind that making mistakes is a facet of being a human being. Finally, I would recommend watching my videos in no more than 20-minute chunks. Some of them are already in 20-minute chunks. That's fine. Some of them are almost an hour long, and there's no ways you can sit down and watch an hour of mathematics, even less an hour of me wittering on. So what I'd recommend doing is after 20 minutes, when you've come to the end of a particular problem or topic, stop the video, go and do something else, come back the next day and see the next chunk along. They're not, no one sits down and reads War and Peace cover to cover. At least I wouldn't recommend it. Just to get into the specifics, The NCEA Level 1 videos correspond to Year 11. I've broken them up into 3 subsections: solving algebraic problems, dealing with tables, equations, and graphs, and then employing some geometric reasoning. These are all problem-solving type videos. So you've got school for the theory. What I'm doing in these videos is just solving heaps and heaps of maths problems and hopefully explaining to you along the way the relevant results and theorems that you need. Moving on to NCEA Level 2, I've got another 3 topics to cover. First one's quite important, an introduction to logic and proofs. I think at school we don't learn properly how to set out a mathematical argument, but that tool is very useful in your future life if you're pursuing engineering and science. So I thought it would be a good idea to have 5 or 6 videos just covering the basics of how to set up a mathematical argument. The other 2 topics are a basic application of algebraic methods in solving some simple polynomial equations and equations involving areas and volumes, and the same kind of thing with applying calculus methods, in particular maximization problems and problems involving differentiation. Finally, the level 3 problems that I cover are as follows. There's a whole chunk on complex numbers. We build on the differentiation that we did at NCEA Level 2 in the second lot of problems. And then finally, what's distinct at Level 3 are the integration problems, and I've done a whole bunch of these as well. For those students who are studying International Baccalaureate or the Cambridge exams or the scholarship calculus, I've also recorded separate videos on these. There's quite a few of them. They will be your most important port of call because I'm just going to do scores of problems for you. And at the same time, I want to indicate to you the way you should be thinking about these problems. They're harder than NCEA levels 1, 2, and 3. You really have to break the problem down in your brain first before you start churning away. So you need to engage the grey cells and think about the problem initially. The other videos are sort of a little bit beyond school level, I'd suggest. If you're doing university studies, there'll be videos on more calculus, linear algebra, real analysis, multivariable calculus, differential equations, number theory, cryptography. They're courses that I've taught at university that I've adapted into hopefully useful videos for you guys. To start the ball rolling, I've gone back to more or less year 10 of school, and I just review the basics of mathematics. These videos are designed to get your confidence up, and if there are particular skills that are missing from your arsenal, they should reinforce those skills so that you're no longer uncomfortable doing basic arithmetic. Let's just have a quick squiz at what I cover in these 6 videos. More or less the topics listed below. BEDMAS, which is the order you do operations in. Then there's a couple of videos on column arithmetic. I can't emphasize enough, I called it back to basics because column arithmetic is the best way to do arithmetic if you don't have a calculator. You may learn a number of other ways at school, that's all fine. But for me, I go back to column addition, subtraction, multiplication, and even long division when I need to do basic arithmetical tasks. Very important is to learn how to deal with quadratic equations and polynomials of higher degree than 2. And lastly, I've recorded a little video on how to use your calculator properly. Don't knock it, a lot of people actually struggle to use their calculators. The worst thing is you go into an exam and you have to borrow somebody else's calculator that you've never seen before, and you think, crikey, what do I do now? Like I say, I appreciate your feedback. These videos are not charged to to you guys in any way, they are free to watch. And I hope they are very useful for you.